Hey, what's up, guys? So it's just about 5 in the afternoon. So it turns out I gotta go into work tonight at 6:15. So gonna get ready to head out in a little bit. And if you guys were watching, I think in yesterday's vlog, I might have mentioned that tomorrow night I'm gonna be heading up to Palm Springs for the weekend. And whoa, the lighting is really bright behind me. And I was thinking about going to Palm Springs this weekend. And if you guys live in California and if you've ever driven out to Palm Springs, like if you've ever driven out to Palm Springs from like Los Angeles, I think it's right off the 10 freeway. I could be wrong, but I think it's the 10. There's those giant dinosaurs, like statues of dinosaurs, and you like go inside the long neck one, and there's like a gift shop in there. I always loved passing that, like when I was a kid and like going in there to visit and stuff. And it kind of reminded me of a couple years ago when I tried booking my first Ace Bandits tour, and we took a trip to go play a show in Arizona, and we stopped at those dinosaurs. And yeah, I figured I would just share that experience with you guys. And I will share that story as soon as I get back from work. Hey guys, what's up? So I'm back from work now, and as I said earlier, today's vlog is gonna be about the first time I tried booking a tour for my band Ace Bandits. Now this all took place back in November of 2014. And as you guys may know, if you guys watched my video titled Why I Quit My Job, I have had a little bit of experience in touring with a band. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. It's titled Why I Quit My Job, and basically it's about how I quit my job to go do a tour with my friend's band. So yeah, it was a great time because, you know, it was 2014, fall of 2014. Neither Bruce nor I had regular jobs. Bruce worked from home and I had quit my regular job, and I was trying to go as hard as I could in music. Now, I didn't have a final destination. Like, I didn't think to myself, okay, I want to make it all the way north. I want to make it all the way up the coast and back. I didn't have any plans like that. I pretty much booked this tour just thinking, well, wherever I get offered a show, we'll just go there. It doesn't matter where we'll end up or anything, just as long as we get offered shows, we'll go wherever we have to go. So a couple months in advance, you know, I started emailing out places like crazy, and I got some responses. But in the end, it came down to a couple of dates. And the dates that we booked ended up not lining up as well as I'd hoped. We titled this tour Blood, Sweat, and Tour. You know, it's supposed to be like Blood, Sweat, and Tears, but we titled it Blood, Sweat, and Tour 2014. The first tour date was on November 26th out in Phoenix, Arizona at a place called Tim Finnegan's Irish Pub. And driving to Phoenix from Los Angeles is a 7-hour journey. And we didn't want to spend the night over there because we didn't want to spend money on a hotel. Remember guys, we're a band and we're trying to keep expenses as low as possible, so we drove straight out there for the show. It took us around 7 hours. We got there, we were exhausted. On the way there, we stopped at those dinosaurs, the ones that I was talking to you guys about earlier. We stopped at those dinosaurs off the 10 freeway and took some pictures. It was pretty cool. So yeah, we drove straight out there. We brought a friend along with us. We played the show. Our friend took some pictures for us and helped us out. It was pretty cool. And then we didn't stay the night there. We drove straight back here to LA pretty much without stopping because the next day was Thanksgiving and I didn't want to miss the Thanksgiving celebration that I always have with my family and our friends. So yeah, it was pretty important that we all got back that day because it was Thanksgiving. So we drove all throughout the night, and I think we got back here around 7 a.m. Now, if any of you guys are aspiring musicians or artists, let me guys tell you another separate story. I remember a time when I was around 18 years old. I went with my band, Ace Bandits at the time, but it was different members. There were 3 other members in the band, and Bruce wasn't with us yet. And so we went to a meeting at this venue over on Ventura Boulevard. At this place, I don't even remember what it was called. I think it was called the Actors Place or something. But anyways, it was a big venue. They had a really big professional stage. It was a big venue. And we had a meeting with the manager, and he wanted us to sell like an insane amount of tickets for the night. I think like 200 tickets for the night, split between us and if we wanted to hire other bands or get other bands on the bill with us. And I told him, well, we don't really sell tickets to play shows. And he was like, I'll never forget this. The guy told me, he's like, well, you're not gonna just get paid without selling tickets. He's like, if you want to get paid for playing shows without selling tickets, you got to go out to the Midwest or something. And that is a complete lie, guys. Like, you can get paid for playing shows without tickets. When someone tells you that, don't listen to them. That's crazy talk. Anyways, we drove out to Phoenix, played the show, came back, and I remember on the drive back, it's something I've never seen before. The sky was littered with stars. Like, I've never seen so many stars at night in my life, because this road out there, there's nothing. It's complete desert. There's nothing out there. Tim Finnegan's pub, they ended up paying us like $150 for playing that show, so that was good. We got paid for that gig. It paid for our expenses and everything. 2 days later, our second show was at Creekside Brewery in San Luis Obispo, which is just about 3 hours north of Los Angeles. And that place was really cool. The venue, it's like the part where the bands play, it's kind of like in like the basement kind of area. So there's like a bar just outside the room where the band plays. And it was really cool. It's kind of like a very chill atmosphere, very loungy type of atmosphere. It was good. I was really glad that I got to visit San Luis Obispo because I say this all the time, maybe not like on camera, but like, music has taken me to like a lot of places that I probably wouldn't have visited if it weren't for me playing a show in that area. So like, that was definitely a cool opportunity, getting to see San Luis Obispo, playing at this awesome venue called Creekside Brewery. They also paid us for that show. I think they paid us, if I remember correctly, I think they paid us $100, which was cool because we had to spend the night there up in San Luis Obispo, and we had to pay for a motel because we had a show the next day. These two places that I've mentioned so far, I would definitely recommend checking out if you're a band and you're trying to do some regional touring on the West Coast around California. So we had like pretty much a day to explore the city because our next show was just in the next town over. I don't want to say the name of this venue because this show honestly didn't go well, and I don't want people to try to, I don't know, I don't want to give the place a bad rap, and I also don't want people to go like try to book shows there just because I said that I played there. Like, the show didn't go well at all. The venue is pretty much out in the middle of nowhere, and there wasn't a whole lot of foot traffic. And yeah, we basically played for like just like 2 or 3 people. Like, there weren't a lot of people there. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much how the first tour that I ever booked went. It wasn't like a great extravagant tour that like we played all these cities like all over. It was very small. There were only about 3 shows like kind of close to each other. We weren't on the road that long. We did have other shows booked. We had another show booked after that back in Phoenix, but that show kind of fell through at the last minute. But then the cool thing is like we saw how other cities treated bands. Like, being in Los Angeles, being a band in Los Angeles, like, it's pretty like tough. Like, a lot of because it's so saturated with musicians and bands that like a lot of places don't value like having bands come and play at their venue. Like, they almost feel like the bands owe them, which like I understand, like they're giving bands a place to perform, but some of these other places just felt like so grateful to like have bands play. They like paid us a lot of money. Like, it was really nice. Like, seeing how other places treat bands is way different than Los Angeles. And then later on down the line, you know, some of the other places that I contacted, the other venues that I contacted, started getting back to me. So we got another show in Las Vegas. We played pretty regularly for a while down in San Diego, but those will have to be stories for another day, guys. Since the Blood, Sweat, and Tour, we haven't done like another, I guess, like tour per se, but we have done more out-of-town shows. And yeah, doing out-of-town shows is like great because you don't want to play too many times in your hometown because then you're gonna like overplay the area. So like, playing in other towns, you could play more frequently and expand your name a little bit, which is really cool. So guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that story, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm heading up to Palm Springs, so I'll talk to you then. Peace. Good night.